On this edition of Lexington Now, affordable housing gets a boost, the History Museum, and Parks Action Track Chair. I'm Neil Noah. Welcome to Lexington Now for the week of October 28th, 2024. Richwood Bend Apartments was officially opened this past week. Mayor Gorton and other dignitaries cut the ribbon on the affordable housing project.
As the owner and president of AU Associates, the developer of this project, I'm pleased to welcome you to the official grand opening and ribbon cutting ceremony for Richwood Bend Apartments, a project that has produced 83 affordable apartments for families in Lexington. Today we celebrate not just the opening of a new building, but the promise of home for many. Affordable housing is the foundation for vibrant communities, where dreams can take root and futures can flourish. Together, we are building a brighter tomorrow, one apartment at a time.
This is an exciting day to be with you today, and today we're adding to our stock of affordable housing with these 83 new apartments here at Richwood Bend. And we're really proud to be a partner in these projects with you, Johan, and with all of our affordable housing folks who build in this space. And we know that Lexington still needs more affordable housing, and Richwood Bend is one of several projects we are working on to begin to meet that need. Just this month and in November, we have 3 projects that will be opening. And so we're adding, this year so far, we've added more than 400 units to our affordable housing stock, which is a huge leap forward. So since 2014, our city's Affordable Housing Fund has invested $48.3 million into construction or preservation of 3,500 units, including Richwood Bend. And this $48.3 million that we have invested, it goes to leverage $440 million from private and other public partners. That is a huge lift that has really brought us up in the world of affordable housing for our people. And to the point of funding, I will give credit to the council also, because it was the council's action to use 1% of our previous year's revenues to go into our affordable housing fund. And so that will continue every single year based on previous revenues, which we hope will always improve, right? And increase. So thank you so much for all that you and AU Associates have done, and we appreciate everybody who has worked on this project.
First, to thank my great friend Johan and all the work that AU Associates has done for many, many years, along with our other affordable housing partners. This is a really proud day. They've always done a great job bringing safe, decent, affordable units online, which is what we really, really need in our community. You know, he mentioned that I am an affordable housing professional, and I've represented Kentucky Housing Corporation, I've represented developers, and I've represented lenders in this space. And I was able to bring that to council knowing that the most important thing that we can do for people is to provide them safe, decent, and affordable housing, because that is the launching point for a good job, good education, food security, but most importantly, the ability to have a place to call your own. So this is yet another example of what, when private development and city government and state government work together, what we can do. And so, Mayor, I want to thank you for your support of affordable housing, but your support of the council's initiatives to continue those investments. And in the next budget, we will have the largest one-time investment of affordable housing dollars the city's ever seen. So we can continue to do this great work. And so I'm so excited for the families that are going to be able to call this place home. I'm excited this is in the 7th District, and I can drive past it every day and be proud of the work that we've done.
What was until recently almost vacant land was turned into affordable housing for units for 83 families. It is a testament to AU Associates and the affordable housing industry that these 83 homes are indistinguishable from the market rate apartments being developed in Kentucky and across the nation. As you all know, we have a housing supply gap shortage in Kentucky. In Fayette County alone, we need 14,000 rental units. That number is expected to increase by 2029 to 18,000. Richwood Bend is coming online at a much needed time, and we need more developments like this, which is why KHC is proud to invested $10 million in tax-exempt bonds and more than $950,000 in housing credits. Congratulations to you, to AU Associates, and to everyone associated with this project.
The Lexington History Museum is beginning its 2nd year in its new space. The museum's goal is to honor our city's past in an engaging and educational way.
I'm Mandy Higgins. I'm the executive director at the Lexington History Museum. We're in our 13th month of being open to the public in our new home at the Thomas Hunt Morgan House here on Broadway, downtown. We have had an incredible first year. We've had folks from every zip code in the county, from 17 Kentucky counties, from 20 states and 10 countries visit us in the 13 months that we have been open, which we're very proud of. And, you know, of course, because Lexington is a great travel destination, it's wonderful for that to be here. We've expanded our exhibits, so we now have our first special exhibit open. It's called Among Women, 130 Years of the Women's Club of Central Kentucky, and it weaves together women's history, the club's history, and the city of Lexington's history to show how we developed over the 20th century. We also have taken in some new materials that are on display, including a 1890s era mourning dress that came out of the sale at the estate sale at Belle Breezing's home. So we cannot definitively say that it was Belle Breezing's, but it did come out of that estate sale, so that's very cool, and it's on display. And we've grown so much more in the ways that we can do education visits, and we have new partnerships with adult groups to come in and do different things, so we're really excited about where we're going. The Lexington History Museum exists to tell all of Lexington's history. We're here for a long time, 12-generation Lexingtonians, and for somebody who's been in Lexington for 2 hours. And our goal is that when you step through the museum doors, you're going to see a little bit of yourself in how Lexington has developed across more than 2 centuries in town. So you may see, maybe you're a farmer and you see something about agriculture, or maybe you're a tourist and you learn a little bit about our tourist industry, or you just love bourbon and we have a little bit about bourbon. So there's something for everyone, and we continue to add to that because we know that Lexington's stories and histories continue to grow. We had Heart of the Turf, which is the Keeneland Special Traveling Exhibit about black jockeys, and that was wonderful. We have done work on Dr. Thomas Hunt Morgan, who grew up in this home, and that will continue. We'll actually be expanding that Hunt Morgan story as we expand our footprint within the house. In the future, in 2025, we're very excited to celebrate Lexington's 250 with a special exhibit. We're looking at a couple of different ways that we could do that. And we're very excited about the possibility of eventually doing a deep feature on immigration in Lexington over the course of the, over 250 years, and on music culture in Lexington, because it's a little gem of Lexington, how much music we have here, and how much Lexington has influenced popular culture through music across multiple decades. So you can visit us Thursdays and Fridays, 12 to 4, and Saturdays 10 to 4 at 210 North Broadway. There is on-site parking. You enter from Broadway, and the parking is free. You can learn more about our special exhibits, our visiting, setting up a group tour, and any field trips at our website, lexhistory.org. And you can call us at 440-1582.
After this, we'll tell you how trails will become more accessible.
Hello everyone, I'm Tiffany Brown, Equity and Implementation Officer in the Mayor's Office and Chair of the A Sense of Place Committee. I'm here today to talk about A Sense of Place, an initiative dedicated to preserving the history of Lexington's rural Black hamlets and celebrating those that remain active today. More than 20 historic Black hamlets have been identified in Fayette County. Most are located in rural areas. Our historic hamlets have been and are home to generations of lived experiences, traditions, and culture. Houses, churches, schools, grocery stores, agricultural enterprises, and lodge halls for community gatherings were found in many hamlets. A Sense of Place is a partnership between community members with direct connection to our hamlets and the City of Lexington. Its goal is to raise awareness about what the hamlets represent and to identify steps that are needed to take to preserve their history. The A Sense of Place Committee includes local historian Yvonne Giles, local historian Calvin Graves, Executive Director of the Lexington History Museum Mandy Higgins, Cadentown resident Dr. Alvin Seals, Cadentown Baptist Church pastor Reverend Leon Slatter, and others. With support from members of the Cadentown community, A Sense of Place is currently raising funds for maintenance updates and programming of the Cadentown Rosenwald School and property located at 705 Caden Lane. In the early 2000s, members of the Cadentown community worked with the city to preserve the school. In the early 20th century, Rosenwald schools were found across the South, serving rural Black children and families during segregation. Many of the buildings have been destroyed. Lexington is proud that the Cadentown School still stands and wants to preserve the history and significance that so many of these schools have had in our hamlet communities. The funds will complete the restoration of the school and upgrade the historic cemetery and church building. The school will permanently house artifacts that tell the story of Lexington's hamlet. We hope you will join us.
Welcome back to Lexington Now. Lexington Parks and Recreation is launching a pilot program for an action track chair. This will allow for more inclusive access to unpaved trails at parks' natural areas.
Mayor Gorton could not be with us today, but I do want to share her support of the project. Her statement says, accessibility is one of our top priorities for our city and our park system. While we are constantly making strides to make facilities and green spaces more accessible, there has always been a challenge with unpaved nature trails. Launching this program allows more people to be able to experience nature and its many benefits. The 2018 Parks Master Plan set forth goals to create great spaces, experiences, and inclusion. Today, we're launching the pilot program for the Action Track Chair. All park visitors, as Councilmember Baxter mentioned, will have access to parks and parks programming that occurs along our trails, including owl prowls, bird walks, and other nature programming throughout our system. Accessibility is paramount to everything that we do. Our therapeutic recreation program focuses on enhancing the quality of life for individuals with disabilities through inclusive activities. The Action Track Chair will provide yet another resource for our expansive program. Throughout our parks, from paved ADA trails, such as the recently added Discovery Trail at Raven Run Nature Sanctuary, to paved portions of dog parks and playgrounds with accessible features, we want to make sure our parks are welcoming for everyone. Our parks team, many of which are with us today, are dedicated to bringing more programs and recreational opportunities for all ages to your parks. They are the backbone of a successful Parks and Recreation division, ensuring our parks are clean, safe, designed, and programmed for everyone.
The Lexington Fire Department rolled out 2 new fire engines. They will replace 2 older engines, which will become backup units.
So what you see behind us are the new Engine 1 and Engine 5. The contract date, the date that we signed the contract to purchase these trucks, was in September of 2021. So that just gives you an idea of what the delivery time on these apparatus are. These are 2024 model Seagrave apparatus, and they will replace 20-year-old pumpers that currently serve as Engine 1 and Engine 5. So given the extremely long lead time on these apparatus, it's imperative that our organizations diligently plan for the future. Our organization is incredibly blessed to work with an LFUCG leadership team that understands these challenges and supports the planning that has to take place. On a personal note, as the fire chief, I could not ask for a more supportive leadership team than Commissioner Ken Armstrong of Public Safety and our Mayor, Mayor Linda Gorton. These individuals truly care about keeping this community safe and about ensuring that our public safety divisions are always prepared and ready to answer the call.
This is a great day to be at Fire Station number 1. And so thank you again for having us for this great, exciting news. Today we're announcing that these 2 new fire engines will go online very soon, I guess today. Today?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
Tomorrow. So these new engines, each costing $840,000, will soon hit the road in service to our city. They represent an enormous commitment to public safety. Public safety is the most important service our city government provides. As mayor, it's my top priority. I take my job to make sure our firefighters are well trained and well equipped very seriously. Our firefighters put their lives on the line to save others every single day. When our community members are in danger, and sometimes when neighboring communities are in crisis, our first responders are always ready to lend a helping hand. Our fire department is one of the best in the United States, professional and experienced. Last year, it won internationally accredited agency status with the Commission on Fire Accreditation International and the Center for Public Safety Excellence. Only about 300 fire departments, mostly in the United States, have attained this status, and only a handful of fire departments in the United States, including Lexington's, have earned both internationally accredited agency status while holding a Class 1 ranking for the Insurance Services Organization, which measures the effectiveness of fire protection services in cities nationwide. Chief, it's very important to me and to the council that you and your team have top-of-the-line equipment so you can do your job. So these engines represent top-of-the-line equipment, and we're really thrilled that they are now in service.
Live meeting coverage continues full steam ahead on Lex TV and streaming online. And remember, you can also find the most up-to-date information on non-televised city business at lexingtonky.gov. Here's this week's meeting coverage. That's all for now, but as always, you can keep up with us on social media. Check out the latest traffic updates on X at LexRex, or catch our live traffic cams on lexingtonky.gov. For all of us at Lex TV, I'm Neil Noah, and that's it for now.